he see my lips finna move, that nigga be like, yeah, so anyway.
I'm like, hold on, my boy.
Listen, all I'm doing is making sure we ain't dragging it on. I don't want to cut nobody off. That's all.
Donny, make sure we ain't dragging it on, man.
Yeah, Donny, yeah. All right, so we're going to let Donny go ahead.
Stet voice. So in this next situation, we're going to be talking about the next segment.
Yeah.
We're going to go ahead and get into the sports situation.
There we go.
What I'm saying? So we go ahead and talk about Russell Westbrook and the second pick swap between the Jazz and, the Clippers.
Yeah, so he kind of hit that right, but you kind of see why I took it.
I see what's going on. Okay.
Yeah.
I understand.
Yeah.
Hey, you.
He gave me
Okay.
But I fumbled.
Let me get my shot.
So sometimes
it was too much pressure for him.
Let me get my shot, because who was that? Pun was going around saying I couldn't read.
Oh, that's funny.
So, all right, segment, hot topics, 10 to 15. Okay, whatever. Clippers are sending Russell Westbrook, second round pick, swapping cash to the Jazz in a signed-in trade for Chris Dunn. I don't even know who that is.
He just say it like more like he really say it. Let me hear you say it. Go ahead.
Westbrook. Westbrook is expected to agree on a contract buyout with the Jazz.
So let's summarize.
Clearing the way for him to join the Nuggets.
So let's summarize. Westbrook was on the Clippers last year. They doing a lot of trades, a lot of shit in the offseason. He didn't want to stay. I think he had the ability to leave, or was it a trade? Sign and trade.
They all got the ability now.
So they traded him to the Jazz. He doesn't want to be to the Jazz, so he has the clause, the ability to be able to have a buyout, in which now he's able to sign with the Nuggets. So my nigga Donny said it essentially, but...
So you read a lot. All right, nigga, so what?
Yeah, So this is big, obviously, because Russ came back home to L.A. Everybody was hyped for him to be with the Lakers. Didn't go so well. Then he moved over to the Clippers, stayed in L.A.
I'm just playing. I fuck with you, Russ.
Stayed in L.A. with the Clippers, and now he's headed out after another quick stint. I'm sure y'all follow basketball enough.
Yeah, I was just looking at it on the way here, though.
But this is kind of just the surface of it. So Westbrook is one of those players who's moving teams and hasn't won a ring. The question I kind of have for the table is, can y'all name a player that y'all feel current actively playing or retired that is more deserved, that never won a ring, that is deserving?
Allen Iverson.
Or retired.
Current or retired. We can do one of each. Okay. We can pick current and a retired, or just one of all.
Allen Iverson.
Chris Paul, Charles Barkley.
No, Chris Paul had his chance.
What you said? What's the question?
Well, just like because Russ is one of those people think should kind of deserve a ring. Some people do, but with him moving around teams and not carrying a team as much, I personally don't feel that. So I'm just asking, like, is there a current player that you feel like has done enough in his tenure as an NBA player that didn't win a ring that deserves?
Chris Paul definitely has done enough.
I think he's the most. He's the active player I would pick.
See, Chris Paul could have had it. I was just watching that clip shit too, with Donald Sterling and everything. They really could have won that year, but that whole little situation, just that in the bubble, that was their only chance to win for real. Oh no, they were
current player.
Current player. Who else?
That's really deserving.
Kyrie.
Kyrie got one.
He got one with LeBron. Yeah, you late.
You late.
Now, Six earlier, we had a conversation before the cameras came on briefly about the topic, and Six was saying like James Harden. Who was somebody else you said? Six?
James, Russ. I feel like we had another one.
We had one more, but like, there's certain players to his point of like James Harden. No.
PG don't
PG do need one.
But see, this is my point. I'm glad you said that. We're talking about deserving a ring.
Wait, you said Paul George don't deserve?
Just because you're a good player doesn't mean you deserve a ring.
Sure,
why he don't?
The ring is a team accomplishment.
But why doesn't he deserve it? I'm
because
just asking.
Paul George has never delivered on the court as a team player to take his team to the next level.
Huh?
He's always been an individual player. What team has Paul George been on?
The Clippers.
That he's been able to win. He was better on the Pacers.
I'm done. With this
you young. You was in the teams during them years.
Nigga, I was watching those games.
When the Heat used to play the Pacers, when Paul George was on the Pacers.
He had a chance. He deserved to win, but they were just better.
My point is, you can be good, but have you done enough, improved enough on the court or to your organization that you deserve a championship?
I don't really get what you asking, because now I just go come down to just being subjective, because
it is subjective, because it all depends
all
on
the
like
way through and through, because say Paul George didn't deserve one before he got hurt with Pacers. They was definitely contenders to be champions.
Yes, in the Eastern Conference.
Yeah,
and Miami just kept beating them.
So was he deserving that year?
I don't think so, because there was those. Deserving to me means you are better than just a good player. You're a team leader. You're the face of the team. You're the part coach. You are always talked about. You lead the organization. You know what I mean? So I feel like to earn it, you have to be a representation of the team, not just an individual player. And Paul George and James Harden,
superstars that
they were individuals. James Harden left.
Not that they don't have rings, that to say that they undeserved
that
it.
James Harden, he is very like.
And that's the same thing with Paul George. You're great offensively.
Who are the current superstars? Let's deal with that. Who are current superstars now?
Giannis got one.
Luka.
Embiid ain't got one. Luka doesn't have one.
Now,
Tatum got one now. KD got one. Booker don't have one.
Luka, I was.
Dame don't got one.
Dame would be right behind Chris Paul for me.
Luka's going to the Hall of Fame, so I'm gonna just count him.
Because, and see, this is why I say Dame. That's my point. Dame led an organization
with nobody on the
thick
squad.
and thin. Was always the star player.
Iverson too.
Rolled it out through all the bullshit. That's a player to me who deserves a ring.
That Iverson, that 60 squad Iverson took to the playoffs.
2001.
Yeah, for sure. They had Eric Snow, that motherfucker.
Eric Snow,
Man.
Yeah.
Theo Ratliff. Matumbo, Theo
That's
Ratliff.
it though, you know. But
Aaron McKee.
So do you think
They
AI
had the
deserves?
end of Matumbo. They had the end of the gumbo Matumbo.
They had tail end Tumbo.
Yeah, that shit.
He wasn't even doing this no more.
Do you think that AI deserves the ring?
what?
That's my all-time probably
But do you,
favorite player. So yeah,
LeBron was your all-time favorite player. What happened?
that's a cold 1A, 1B. That's Chris Brown, Michael Jackson. That's all this shit for me.
You went to the Chris Brown concert?
so AI wasn't an individual player?
You
I'm
paid
just
for the meet and
asking.
greet, King.
Here we go.
Oh, shit.
No, I didn't. No, but Allen Iverson, yeah, to me, he's an
How
individual. He
you go to the
deserves
Chris
it.
Brown
Would you let
concert?
your girl
It's
pay
not.
for
It ain't came to LA yet.
Would y'all let
It's
y'all
LA in
ladies meet and
August.
greet?
We talked about this yesterday.
Oh,
He
okay.
wasn't here
Okay.
yesterday.
Would you let your girl pay for the meet and greet?
No.
Would you let your girl?
No.
Easy. No, not at all.
So yesterday, everybody else on the table was